Hello and welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is Motor Mike Media, and as always, I'm Motor Mike, and today we're going to talk about the 2021 Toyota 4Runner. It's an old school off-roader from Toyota, capable, rugged. This vehicle has great resale value as well as being very reliable. Now let's just get right into it. We'll start with styling in the front end. I like the front end, mean and aggressive. Very nice headlights. I like how there's that little teardrop look almost coming down from them. It's a cool look and it really stands out. Now this vehicle looks pretty aggressive even on the base trim, the SR5, but as you go up the trim lines, it can get a little bit more luxurious or get really sinister, especially with that TRD Pro. The TRD Pro's got a nice skid plate you can see. It's got Toyota spelled out on the grill, the fake hood scoop. It's fake, but it still looks cool. I like how, depending on the trims, the front end kind of has a nice little sinister change to it. It's a good look. The side profile, nice and boxy how I like it. The wheel wells, the fenders actually look like they slightly protrude from the body, almost giving you a little bit of an impression of a wide body. Very good body lines. It's very good design. And the wheels, the lower trims, yeah, they're kind of base and plain looking. But as you go up the trim lines, these things can go from alloys to painted. The size can increase. Depending on your wants and needs, this can be very luxurious or very off-road capable. Now the back end, still squared off, good tail lights in the back. And I really like this rear glass. It's probably the best feature about the rear end is it can roll down all the way to the tailgate. So when you're driving along, you can roll all the windows down, get nice airflow throughout the whole vehicle. Or if you got something in your hands, you don't want to open up the tailgate, you can just crank that thing down a little bit, throw what you need to in the back, and you're done with it. As of right now, only Toyota does that with this vehicle, as well as their full-size truck, the Tundra. I wish more people would do it. It's a cool feature. Now overall, I really like the exterior. It's rugged, it's sinister looking, kind of mean and aggressive. But let's go into the interior. When you step into the interior, you look around, and a lot of the switchgear is older Toyota products. This vehicle is pretty old. The 4Runner, it's been around for a while, but that's not a bad thing. This vehicle is very reliable because it uses older components. And when you sit down in this vehicle, the door sills are very high up. It's a cool feeling actually. When you sit in it, you feel like you're kind of in a tank. But yes, the switchgear is kind of old, lots of plastic materials. But what Toyota does is the fit and finish is amazing on these vehicles. Everything looks put together really well, and the design's older, but it's a very rugged looking design. The buttons, the knobs, good labels so you know where everything is. And the cool thing about it is if you're on the trails and you're wearing gloves, or if you're in a snow state, you can use everything with your gloves on. It's a good feature. Some cars have super small buttons, you can't really kid them, or small knobs you can't really use with gloves. No problem here. Older Toyota steering wheel in front of you. As you go up the trims, it can be very nicely leather wrapped. Good gauges in front of you. Analogs on the side, helper screen in the middle. You also have an infotainment screen. They just recently updated it. It's now an 8-inch screen. It looks way better than the old one in there. Nice hard buttons around there. The screen's updated. It's one of the latest Toyota systems. It's a good system to have. And like I said, all the other buttons below there, easy to read, easy to use. You have a nice gear selector down below. This vehicle only comes in automatic. And in front of there, if you get a 4-wheel drive model, you have your lever to actually put it into 4 high or 4 low or vice versa. It's a cool thing to have. A lot of modern cars have a button or a switch. Not here in the old school Toyota. It feels good. It's a mechanical connection between you and the vehicle where you can actually select it and move it into gear. It feels good. It feels old school. Overall, the interior, yes, it's old and dated, but it's still a really nice design. And like I said, everything's easy to use. Overall, even though this vehicle's old, I think it's still a great vehicle. Toyota tries to do their best to keep updating it, adding more tech, adding that screen, adding LED lights. These little things that help this vehicle stay more modern. But let's talk about some hard numbers. This vehicle is powered by a 4-liter V6 engine, old school Toyota. This engine's super reliable. You see these online with 200, 300, 400,000 miles and they're still ticking. In this application, it makes 270 horsepower and 278 pound-feet of torque. Like I said, I love this engine. It's super smooth. It's a great engine. Especially if you get an exhaust kit, it sounds pretty good. Now it's paired to a 5-speed automatic. And that's down a lot of gears compared to the competition, but you're gaining great reliability. That 5-speed is very, very durable. And some people say it's the best and worst thing about this vehicle because, yes, it's super reliable. Nothing's going to go wrong with it unless like you have way too many miles on it and you're just beating this thing up nonstop. But you're down all those gears. So compared to the older V6 and having only 5 gears, you're not getting the best fuel economy. you're basically getting 16 in the city and 19 on the highway. So combined, you're getting like 17. It's the price to pay to get that reliability. Other numbers here, you're getting a 33 degree approach angle, about 26 degree departure angle. You're getting 9.6 inches of ground clearance, which is very good. Like I said, when you go up to trim levels, like the TRD Pros and stuff, you're getting Under Armour skid plates, that big front bash guard, all that good stuff to help keep you safe. This vehicle, old school body on frame construction, independent front suspension, then the rear, it's a solid axle. It helps that. When you have that rear axle in the back, you know it's old school, it's reliable. Independent in the front, it makes it a little bit better on the road. Like I said, there's lots of different trims here. The SR5 is your base trim. That starts a little over $36,000. So even from the get-go, it's pretty expensive. And that model, you can get two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. As you move up the trim levels, there's a premium version of that. There's a special edition. Then you start going to the TRD off-road packages. Those trims are a little bit more off-road oriented. That starts about $40,000. Then there's like a special edition above that. Then you go to a limited trim. Limited trim would be like your luxurious one. A lot of chrome on the exterior, nice big wheels, leather seats. You don't really see a whole lot of those. Those are about $45,000. And then there's like a trim above that. Then you go to the TRD off-road, or the TRD Pro, I should say. The TRD Pro is the one you see in all the articles about it. That's the off-road one, or the most off-road oriented one. Big wheels on it, big beefy tires, very capable. That's probably my favorite one. That starts about $50,000. So yes, you're paying for all this off-road goodies, but what are you getting on that TRD Pro? Well, like I said, you're getting the skid plates, the bash guard in the front, tow hooks, special wheels, Fox shocks. These Fox shocks are specially tuned by the TRD Pro to give you the best off-road capabilities while still being capable on-road. You're getting the basket on the top, a few tweaks on the interior, special seats and stuff like that, special shift knob. It's a very handsome looking design, very aggressive looking. I love the Toyota spelled out on the grille. You're also getting crawl control modes. You have a little knob on the ceiling you can turn. Think of it like an off-road cruise control. So you can select it and you can go over rocks and stuff like that. You can ascend a hill or descend a hill. Just have it set like that so you just creep and slow. It's a good system to have. This vehicle has lots of good off-road goodies like that to make this vehicle very capable. But I want to know what you guys think. What do you think of this Toyota off-roader? The 4Runner's been around for a long time. I think it still looks good even though it's old. But what do you think? And what do you guys think is going to happen when they redesign it? What would you like to see from this vehicle? But please, if you haven't already and you want to, check out my channel. I keep trying to give you guys more and more content. We talk about cars, trucks, SUVs and crossovers, combustion engines, and EVs. A little bit of everything. And please, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. That way you guys can stay up to date with the latest and greatest from my channel. And as always, I truly appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.